The NFL sports is in the great state of Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Washington football team. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go from Nashville. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. He'll have a first down past the 40.
He's going to make everything
Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 75 yards. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
A gain of a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Play action. It's Smith. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, Smith. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Jack Crawford, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith. His throw incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time to Thomas, and it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
3rd and long, it's Smith. Flush to him, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this will come up short.
Jimmy Moreland there on the stop. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
First down and much more for Henry. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9 on second down now. It's Henry. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
That's the end of the
Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. Now Tannehill. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
After the interception, here's Smith. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain of 32 that time. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off of play action, here's Smith. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
touchdown, Washington.
A 15-yard touchdown grab. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Is good.
Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, a balance.
Derrick Henry.
Come on and get it.
Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans have taken the lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man here, Sims, complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards. A shotgun snap for Smith. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Smith. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Flushed out right. This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 3-yard touchdown run. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense made it. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Landon Collins. That's sort of a 2nd quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a 2nd one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the 2nd.
Smith on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now Smith on 3rd down. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
It's staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here we go on 4th. Smith. He'll layer this one out deep for Sims. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A 1st down carry for Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The open man is Smith. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Collins made the tackle.
Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And that's caught by Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. On 1st down, Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And down inside the 15 he goes. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Steven Gostkowski set to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, if they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime, they're fortunate to retain possession.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Smith. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. First throw now for the backup Allen. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. They'll run with McKissick. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll go again with McKissick. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
A carry now for McKissick. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll try the air now with Smith. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And Washington has taken the lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
10 at the 39-yard line.
Derrick Henry, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Here's a four-receiver look now. Three of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
For a Tennessee Titans.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
A 2-yard pickup brings up.
Here's Henry, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry from a yard away, bowling his way in. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak.
at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak. He scores 3 times.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine.
Danny Johnson on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
33-yard line.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
34-yard line.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's McKissick. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run on first down. Gibson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up second.
On second down, it's Gibson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Now Smith. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
4th down.
They snap it to Smith. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. They keep it with Henry on first down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw in overtime for Tannehill. Smith catches left side. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Henry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Jonnu Smith. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go. 30!
Tannehill now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring... This one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm a boy, for the safe boy till there's nothing left. I'm a run to the bed until we all got them buckets. Yeah, the footsteps coming 'cause we coming for the check. We ain't gonna lie, no we don't hide. I can never switch, now you play my line. Knows my cause, stay by my side. And we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gonna lie, no we don't hide. I can never switch, now you play my line. Knows my cause, stay by my
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
But I can't go, no I can't go, and whoa, sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give it more than when I get expecting at the back. In fact, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5.
Like the way it sounds for you? Just let me